about? So Star Wars. So we'll start with the first rumor. The rumor is Hayden Christensen will be playing a key role in Obi-Wan Kenobi, which I'm trying to figure out how that's going to happen. Is he going to be?
It's gonna be flashbacks or it's gonna be Force Ghost.
Well, it can be. It can be Force Ghost because Anakin's not dead.
It's supposed to be before.
Yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, I know.
So if it's, how would it be Force Ghost? Because Anakin's still Darth Vader at that time, no matter
Oh
what.
shit, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm trying
So
to
it's
figure out
gotta
how.
be flashbacks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's got to be missions or something, like things that like he bring him back, or maybe it was just be one episode.
That's interesting.
It's like I was
They
trying to
haven't.
think,
I
like,
mean,
how
they
should I do
haven't
it?
announced the time period though, right? So it could be anything.
I mean,
It would be great if they just did it from like between. No, I guess you couldn't do that because he's way too young. He was way too young, but
well, they're gonna have to have Luke in there. So if they're gonna have Luke in there, they're gonna have him young, so they don't have to cast anybody
Luke's
older.
gonna be in there.
Luke's definitely because he's gonna be protecting Luke this time. This is gonna be after Clone Wars.
They announced that.
Yeah, it's gonna be after Clone Wars. It's gonna be between what happens when he's watching over Luke and um, I guess the fourth movie.
Mm-hmm.
So unless I'm wrong and they haven't announced the time period. Woo!
I just don't. I don't think it's interesting finding out what Obi-Wan was doing on. Why am I blanking?
On Tatooine.
Tatooine.
I
Um,
mean,
I feel like if
Obi-Wan.
they could make it interesting. I mean, I feel like I trust Filoni and Favreau and the whole brain trust they have over there. So
Yeah, I mean, they're kicking Kathleen Kennedy out of there, so thank God.
about time.
Please, freaking ruin
About
those movies.
time.
No, I'm not. And no. I'm not against women or anything. People, please, before anybody jumps down my throat with that. No, she did a terrible job. I don't understand the way she went. Like even the end of the movie, of the last movie, somebody had to fan edit the freaking Force Ghost in there because there should have been Force Ghost. You had Force Ghost freaking Sith in there, and you telling me you couldn't have all the actors come back and play their Force Ghost for the ending scene? To go, how much? And did you see the edit? Did you see the edit, Ben?
No, I saw part. I didn't get to watch the whole thing.
Yo, tell me how this guy has over a million views already, and it's just like that's how it should have ended. You could have brought back all the Force Ghosts. Would have
I mean,
made sense.
there was so many wrong things with that movie. I mean,
and then Luke not
and
fighting.
I like each movie like for certain parts of it, but as an overarching story, it was just a mess.
I mean, the first one was really good. Don't get me wrong. I love Force Awakens. That got me hyped. Then the last two,
like
man.
the first one was good, but the first one was a lot of rehash stuff.
Yeah. It was like a lot of callbacks.
So it was good because it was good because it was comfortable.
Yeah, and they killed Han.
Last Jedi, I still like. I think Last Jedi is still my favorite of the three, just because, except for, I mean, obviously the whole, what was that fucking Casino World thing was stupid, but I liked where Last Jedi was going for the most part.
Yeah.
And then Rise of Skywalker had some great stuff, but it was just like they fumbled it across the end zone.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh boy. It's like they landed that plane, but barely, and they're missing a wing.
People, you know what? Like, I like how, I mean, there's not that big of a community, but there's like a small community that actually think the movies are good. And we're like, and people are like, oh, you guys are not directors and everything. How a baby could have made a good and better movie than this, man? Like that middle movie, there was so much potential there. Like, how do you not have? I mean, I guess Luke did have a lightsaber battle, right? But it really wasn't him. So, like I said, I think I've repeated this 2 million times. That scene when Rey was stuck with what's his name, with Kylo Ren and what the hell was that guy's name that died?
Oh, Snoke.
Snoke. Dude, you could have had Snoke versus Luke, 2-on-2 battle right there. Freaking would have been. You know, freaking everyone would have popped there. Then have Luke kill Snoke, or have Kylo Ren come stab him during the fight and kill him, and they're all confused. Like it would have made sense because then you could have jumped into this next movie, and then he's the Emperor. Like you think right away, you think, oh, maybe he's turned to good. He was just this is all a plan or something. Nope, nope. Like and then on top of that, in Last Jedi, you should have had freaking you should have had Hayden Christensen come back and talk to freaking Kylo. He's been obsessed with his grandfather this whole
I think
time.
they missed out on not bringing Hayden Christensen back. I think they should have worked him in somehow.
Somehow, man, like you like his the whole arcs. Star Wars is all about the arcs paying off, right? Always, no matter what. I'm sorry, I'll tell everybody this. I like the prequels, man. I don't give a fuck. We would never have Clone Wars. We'd never have Rebels. We'd never have all these great shit if we can go through the prequels. Okay, the prequels paid off everything. Everything came to a head. The last movie, even the originals, everything came to a head. This movie made no sense. Like you made this kid obsessed with his grandfather, trying to be his grandfather, and you didn't have it pay off at the end of the movie. Have him come down as a Force Ghost right before he turns good, and let him know it's okay to become good again because I made that mistake. Like I could write this movie for you, bro. Like Hayden Christensen could have came back, picked him up, and said, "Listen, what you went through, I went through. What the mistake I made was I was scared to turn good again. You know, don't believe the dark side. Boom, some bullshit, and then have him get up, become this hero, and everybody would have been back behind Kylo, man. Because I feel like that was the we were losing, and then at the end, you have all this Sith in the stands, bro. Think of video games. People like freaking huge battles. This is the last Star Wars movie. Let the shit go out of bang. The space battle, don't get me wrong, was amazing. That was fun. That was so cool. But in the ground, you should have had all those Sith pop their lightsabers and was going to fight Kylo Ren and Rey by themselves. And all of a sudden, you see all these Force Ghosts come down, pop their lightsabers, fight them. Like, it would have been just have this all crazy battle. Like, dude, I don't like Twilight, right? Don't like Twilight at all. But let me tell you something. That last battle scene, I watched that all the time. I'm not even gonna lie. That shit was so bananas.
But I was so happy. I will watch all three of those first movies again just to watch that.
Just to watch that scene.
That whole last movie, like the whole prepping for the battle, and oh my god, that Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2,
bruh, that made it all worth the while. I was sitting through that freaking moist freaking stadium of death, and it was just, oh, Jacob, all that crap. I went through all that crap. Got to that movie, paid off. Harry Potter, we went through 10 fucking movies. And 10, right? 10 movies, right?
8.
8 movies, okay. Oh, well, no, I'm counting the other 2.
Oh,
okay. 8. So we have 8 of those movies. The last thing was the final battle. That last 2 movies, like, bro, like the final battle is just, it can make up for your mistakes, man. Bro, and then you had to have some kid on YouTube. I don't know who you are, but you're amazing. Do the fan edit anyway. And it made the movie 10 times better. It mind boggles me. Kathleen Kennedy, I don't know if it all falls on you, but a lot of it falls on you. Rian Johnson, I do not blame you, bro.
I think the biggest mistake was not having JJ
do all 3.
Be at least maybe not direct all 3, but be Kevin Feige for that.
Yeah.
Or not having Dave Filoni be Kevin Feige or fucking John. You got 3 guys there that are Star Wars lifers.
Yes.
And you gave it to somebody who, I mean, I don't know, maybe she's a big Star Wars fan. I don't know. But she got that job because she was a big Hollywood producer.
Yep. And he dropped the ball, bro.
Star Wars has to be treated so fragilely. Like, it just, you can't just throw somebody in there. It's a different world. You have to have somebody who completely buys in to that world. And like when you hear Dave Filoni talk about Star Wars, you have give him whatever the fuck he wants.
Yep.
And let him create whatever the fuck he wants, because that man lives and breathes it.
No,
and it's just, they would say they were like Lord of the Rings. Peter Jackson was obsessed
Yes.
with those
Oh,
movies.
the
That
battles in
man
there,
did
bro.
everything he could to make those movies, and those that's one of the best trilogies you've ever seen in your
Who
life. I mean,
directed the Hobbit
was
stuff?
not for everybody, but
Who dir-
you can't knock the quality.
who directed the Hobbit thing?